When the lights out all night, I've been at this shit all night. Ash my blunt next to this rice. Broke my credit for some flights. Yeah, ain't no finding me.
What's up, y'all? It's Jordan Davis here, the score editor of the ANC Register, and also we're here with.
My name's Ariel Rucker, and I'm the scene editor. And this is the Aggie Spotlight, and today we're here with
Brandez, senior computer science student, also artist here at ANC.
Hey, I think I graduated. I think I'm getting too used to congratulations.
So let's just hop right into it. Like, what got you started in the music? How did you originally start out?
I originally started just freestyling in the basement with my brother. Like, you remember, what was it? Slim Jesus, Drill Time? Yeah, I wrote a verse to that, and I was like, like 11, 12.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy because my brother was the one that wanted to rap. But then when I rapped it back to him, he was like, why you ain't never?
Yeah.
So then since then, I'm like, alright, I'm trying to take this a little bit more serious. That's how I started.
So I know recently you opened up for Lil Baby. So how did that really come about? Because Lil Baby, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that show was crazy. Basically it was a connection that I had from this guy I did business with named Ace, and he put me on with a guy that works for Atlantic and does shows with Atlantic, and we kind of made that connection. And God did his thing.
So what was that experience like for you? Like, what did you learn? What did you gain?
I feel like I gained a lot of knowledge when it comes to like performing, talking to people backstage for sure, just getting used to how everything goes, like time slots, and also I went first, so it was like I learned that going first, like you really have to set the tone when you have a huge opening like that.
And I've known you since we was growing up. Like, we grew up together, so I know you since we was little. So like knowing you, I know when you passionate about things, like you really go in. Like I remember you used to play basketball. How you not passionate you was about hooping in high school and even middle school. But say all that to say, like when you're performing, like how does that passion come out? Like what is it like performing in front of crowds like that?
I just try to visualize it as work now. You know what I'm saying? Like I just be like, I got it. It's not like, oh no, if I do it, this might happen. Like, you have to show up. This is what you do at the end of the day.
Right.
Only person I could blame is myself if I don't do it. So that's how I be doing it. That same passion I took as a kid from basketball, I just shifted it to music.
So what's your favorite thing about performing?
I'll say my favorite thing about performing is definitely crowd reactions. I also like what happens like after the performance. I like getting fans after the performance. That's how I really be knowing if I put on the show or not. If people looking, you know what I'm saying? You ever see my performance like look at them, just kind of just get off stage and get off. But for me, it's like when I get off stage and I see 2 or 3 people come up to me, what's your IG? I didn't even know you make music. It's like that's what you know, like. Really good performer, yeah.
So when your next performance? Like when do we expect to see you next on tour, opening for somebody new? You feel me? What's going on next for you as far as like performing? Like I said.
So right now, I'm getting a HBCU tour set up for me right now. I'm gonna get back to you on specific dates, but what I can say is that from what I've heard, one of my openings in the future is supposed to be the future. We're gonna see. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you on to it with that.
I know you released a mixtape earlier in August called Greatest Summer. What's your favorite song off of that?
My favorite song off of Greatest Summer is Out of My Head, because it was definitely a hard time for me, very hard time because I was getting through a tough situation in my life. So I put all my emotions and all my feelings into that song, and I feel like the relatability is crazy. That's what brings me to a different place every time I listen to it.
What motivates you to keep going with music? Like, what is it that keeps on making you like realize like this is what I want to do? This is like what makes you lock in every time you go into the studio?
Every time I go to the studio and lock in, I just think about first and foremost, doing it for myself. But then secondly, of course, doing it for family. I have a lot of siblings. I'm one of 15. I'm the oldest boy out of all those siblings, so it's like every time I go to the studio, I'm like, I gotta take care of my things. So that's why I picture it as a job.
So because of that, do you have like any musical inspirations?
Oh yeah, of course. You should know.
Yeah, like I see the tattoo you got on it. Tell the people what you feel me?
Musical inspirations for sure. One of my biggest inspirations, like you mentioned, my tat, 999 tat, is Juice WRLD. I went to high school with Juice WRLD. We went to high school with Juice WRLD. I was real close to Juice WRLD in high school. He was the first person to tell me that I was talented in music, and I feel like that was just everything I needed to push forward. And the you talking about, I got 999 tatted on me like 5-6 days ago. 999 representing like any bad situation that you're going through, basically just making it positive. So I take that with me everywhere I go, especially in the studio. Sometimes I may lay down something, and then I look at me, I gotta keep going.
Yeah, like he a motor, like he's a real motor in the studio. I already know, like you get that inspiration from him for sure.
Yeah.
So I know being a student itself is hard. So how do you handle being a student and handling your music career at the same time?
I feel like just making sure that I process the music is something that I do every day, like something natural, instead of it being like something strenuous, like something hard, like something like work. So that way when I go to school, I'm not like thinking like while I'm in school, like, oh, I gotta go home and 4 or 5 songs, oh, I gotta send this way, I gotta release this time.
It's part of your life now, basically. Like,
yeah, like it's natural.
You gotta go to the crib and make some music. You gotta go home and, lock in, like, it's just routine at this point, basically.
Exactly. So it's like when you get that routine and you finally get in the habit of having that routine, you're gonna think of other things as work. You're gonna love your routine. It's like I love going home, I love making music. Sometimes it's the only thing that like keeps me like sane during the day. You know what I'm saying? So.
But the last question I got for you is, what's next? Like you talk about maybe there's potential you can go into a future. But like as far as like I said, besides touring like music, like what music do you have? Any music coming out soon? Like cause I see you dropping Lucy's, here and there on SoundCloud or Apple Music. Like you got any singles coming out?
Yeah, I do. I have a single coming out next Friday. I'm not gonna announce the name of it yet, but I'm gonna keep you updated with that. I have a single dropping next Friday, and I have a tape dropping in October. Actually, it's like my debut tape. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. It's really like completely different than Brandez. Something like me, Brandez, like my life, all of that. So mention talk about Juice and that too.
I ride in this lane, way switching. I'm all on my own in my head when we chief. No.
Well, thank you for coming and talking with us today. And y'all go stream Greatest Summer on Apple Music and Spotify.
Sir.
You don't hear a trip, but she leave with a purse. We like left, right hand.